everyone. I hope that you're having a good day, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you get to see this reading. So I'm really excited because I got my new setup and I hope that this all works out. Okay. So you'll have to let me know if you like it set up this way and if you, yeah, if you like it basically. So what I have now is I have it set up so that I can actually engage in the chat a little bit better. Okay. All right. So thank you for those of you that are returning subscribers. It's so glad to have you back. Thank you. And then for those of you that are new, this is Enlightened Journeys, and my name is Astraea Love. Hopefully, I'll be able to help entertain you a little bit and enlighten your journey while you're here. Okay. So my readings are for entertainment purposes only. I say that because I would like you to observe the information rather than absorb it. All right. Now, what we're looking for is your higher self's perspective of whatever comes through. Okay, we want the highest vantage point that we can get, basically. So this is a reading for the collective. So you need to be able to choose what part of the reading is going to be for you and what part of the reading you're going to leave for somebody else. Okay. Know that not every message will resonate with you, and not every message may be your message. Just be like aware of that. So if you take any advice from the reading, make sure that you follow up with a professional in the field of that advice. I got the fan on because it's really hot in here in the afternoon. So yeah, make sure that you follow up with, somebody in the field of that advice. Okay. And know that all messages are prophetic, which means I could be talking about past, present, future in this lifetime, or I could be talking about past lifetime, present lifetime, future lifetime, that type of situation. All right. If you have a pendulum, this is a pendulum. Okay. So you can use a pendulum to ask yes and no questions and to get answers back. All right. Now, if you also know muscle testing or AKA resistance testing, you can also use that to get answers off of whatever I pull in the reading. Okay. So there is going to be a trigger warning anytime we work with the tarot. Okay. Just in general, because I don't know what your specific triggers are. And so whatever comes through the cards, you just need to be able to be in a mentally and emotionally healthy space while watching tarot. So that if anything does trigger you, like let's say we were to unveil somebody cheating, like that could be potentially very triggering. Okay. So again, this is why using your intuition, using your discernment, using a pendulum, using muscle testing, using some type of method to actually ask yes and no questions could be totally key for you. Okay. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. All right. Be on your best behavior because the real Most High God is watching. Don't be one of the people that come over here, mess around, and fuck around and find out, and then they're haunted for the rest of their lives. Okay. Don't be one of those people. Just know that God is real and that God is on this channel actually working through me. Okay. The beautiful sounds that you're hearing in the background is a YouTube channel called Healing Vibrations, okay? And that channel has wonderful crystal sound baths. This one is for purity, to help purify the system. Sorry, it's like totally really hot in here. So yeah, it'll help purify the system. All right, now we're going to get into the protection part. Okay, so we open our psychic connection to God, the source of all things. We manifest the Christ consciousness grids of the earth. And we ask that the Most High God assist us in manifesting the Christ consciousness grids of the earth and upholding those Christ consciousness grids. We ask that the Most High God intervene on our behalf, return all evil back to the sender times whatever, and block out any negative energy. Anybody that would come in and want to lie in the chats or deceive or bully, please return that energy back to them and cast them to the pits of hell. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Like, and if you're somebody that doesn't like me, don't watch me. That would be like an example of getting triggered, like just continually re-triggering yourself. Okay. So if you don't like me, if you don't like my contact, that's okay, but you don't have to watch me. All right. Because God will call you on your shit. Like, just straight up. Like, well, if you don't like her, why are you watching her? God will call you on your shit. So I don't want anybody to get messed up because they don't take seriously what I am and what I do. And not that I'm the most serious person ever. I'm really not a serious person, but this I do take seriously. It's like one of the many things that I have to take seriously, right? If I didn't care, like if I didn't care, then I wouldn't do this whole protection, this page of protection that's repetitive. So this is protection for me and for you. Okay, we're calling upon the archangels, any spirit guides that you have, any spirit guides that I have also. Okay. I invoke and evoke the sword Excalibur, the circle sword, the blue flame, the will of God, along with the legions of Astraea and Michael. The sword of Moses into the four directions. Okay, north, south, east, and west. Also the sword of Solomon, and then the anointing of Solomon into this reading, into every other. Add that later. All right, the Elohim and the Anunnaki, the deities of Lovecraftian lore, the Holy Grail vortex into my space, into your space, and through this whole like internet connection that we've got going. Okay, that's light behind me. I'm like, what is this white thing? It's light. Okay. Yeah, so the Holy Spirit, the Merkaba light vehicle, we would like to anchor that into the Holy Grail vortex. Any crossed over loved ones that have any messages are more than welcome to come through. The Ascended Masters, the Avengers, Saint Benedict, to block out any evil eye, return it back to the sender, and to keep my subscribers blessed and protected from that. Jesus Christ, Muhammad, the saints, the Buddha, guardians, Loki, Thor, Sophia, the Ophanim, the Galactic Federation of Light, the Spiritual Court, the Watchers, Baron Somdi, Papa Legba, the Akashic Records, any other light councils, the Elementals, Lassarin, the Marine Kingdom, Mermaids, Cryptid, the Fae, the Spirit Realm, Nature Spirits, including Gaia and Green Man, Alien, Alienel, Alienatu, the Extraterrestrial Starseed families, Yal, Debayoth, Nyarlathotep, the infinite safety and protection of the Creator, along with the promises for the chosen. Jehovah, Yahweh, the Jinn, Allah, Sakla, Baal, Shiva, Shakti, Lilitha, the Light of God, Glory of God, the Heavenly Host armies, the Orisha, the Eloah, Ulukumar, and Volkway. All right. And over there. Okay, yay. Now we're going to do some sacred chime to cleanse the energy, and then we'll get started. God bless you. 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 Okay. So, yeah, I got a download that a psychic reader is losing their gifts because they use them against a chosen one. Now, I do feel like, it seemed like these, I don't want to say punishments, but yeah, they are kind of punishments. It seemed like the blowback used to not be as bad, but now that God is seeing how much these people are abusing divination, specifically people that are like let's say that somebody goes to tarot reader and then they're like, they give false information. This is one way that God is punishing people. Okay, the tarot reader needs to be wise enough to look to see if the name that that person gave is even their real name, because there are people that want information on other people that literally will go to a psychic reader and give the name of somebody else because they want to read the reading that that person's going to get, so that they can probably try to sabotage them in some type of fucked up way. Okay, so that's one type of reading that that basically is like God's like, boom, had it with that type of stuff. And then with psychics that try to read the collective, but they don't have the ability to see what God's doing. But they keep giving out information about the chosen. Okay, there's somebody that knows somebody is chosen, like they did their due diligence and looked and saw, yeah, this person's chosen, right? So I probably shouldn't be reading their energy or pulling on their energy, because what they do is people don't realize, like, when psychics are not connected to God, that they're connected to demonic shit, like hordes of demonic shit. So the second they try to open that door on you in your life, they're taking all of their demonic bullshit. This is why you feel the actual energy drain and the attack. They're taking all of that bullshit that they have with them that they don't know that they have with them, and then they're opening a door into your life which they have no business doing because you did not pay them for to get a reading. You did not solicit them for a service. This is somebody else that goes to a psychic on your behalf and doesn't tell you they're going to a psychic, but they're going to a psychic and asking about what's happening in your life so that they can try to mimic it and copy it. Okay, King of Pentacles. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a psychic that was told, not because the psychic just wants to accept the money and do the reading, right? They're not thinking, okay, well, if I tap into somebody's energy that I shouldn't be tapping into, something might happen. They don't think about that. They actually, a lot of psychics don't even think about, hey, what I'm looking at right now, is there anything fucking looking back at me? Like I'm like seemingly tapping into some demonic information or whatever the information is. Like if it's about P. Diddy, then it's demonic. Okay. So trying to tap into information like that or into energies like that, and they don't realize that when they're ooh, I just got like the skin crawling. When when they're literally being watched back by some shit. And that stuff knows what they're doing and then starts to interact. That's why a lot of psychics, I think, end up quitting work and they're put through initiation after initiation after initiation. And it's like if you want to do this work, you have to become initiated by actual real source God. And that means that when you open yourself up to the psychic realm without any protection from God or without the connection to God, you're opening yourself up to being trapped within the psychic realm. That means that you're stuck in a very low vibration. So, okay, so I'm just like explaining these things about doing readings and stuff. Um, okay, so this King of Pentacles, this indicates a man that's over 40. This is somebody that is like a deal maker. See, he's like sitting in the throne wearing, and he's got a crown on, and he's got a pentacle in his hands. So this is somebody that likes to make deals. Okay, so again, this could actually be the person, a risk taker, a smooth talker. This could actually be the person that's going to the reader to get their readings. Sophisticated and successful, gives generously, devoted to civic, religious, or philanthropic activities, affectionate, hardworking. This is somebody that could be in politics. For some of you, this is like you could have a platform, you could have a channel, you could do something like what I do, or you could do something completely different, but still be a content creator. There's somebody that keeps getting, because I'm feeling this pressure right here. There's somebody that keeps, I don't mean to laugh. There's somebody that keeps doing voodoo on you and then going to see a psychic reader to see if the voodoo worked. And the psychic reader's like, you know what? So maybe you've been having some pain in here, or maybe you've been having like severe, like it feels like cramps or something. Yeah, that's a voodoo doll. The pinpricks, the headaches, the nausea, all that stuff is a voodoo doll. So this person, I feel like this King of Pentacles person is the one. Is this somebody that likes to make deals for people? Like there's some type of devil, like, yeah, sign a deal with the devil, sign a deal with me. So I don't know if this is a record label. It could be a record label, or it could be somebody that just likes to cause demonic shit to happen to people. Because when it said consummate deal maker, I immediately felt deals with the devil. I immediately felt Satan's energy. So thank you. I'm so glad that you guys like the new setup. So yeah, this is somebody that has a lot of money, like enough money to keep paying the psychic, but they're gonna go back this next time. Yeah, like I heard, like because they get readings almost daily. Like this is pathetic. So they're gonna go back to the psychic again, and they're gonna get another reading done, and this psychic's not gonna be able to tap in. They're not gonna, and not only that, God is smoting or smiting, however you say it, their mind, which means their memory. They're not going to remember what they read previously, so the information's not going to match up, and they're not going to be able to tap into your energy. In fact, somebody might even have like a brain aneurysm by trying to tap into your energy. Needless to say, because the psychic reader tapped into this, is keeps tapping into this King of Pentacles person, right? Um, keeps tapping into their energy. Again, this is not somebody that cares whether whoever they work for or read for, whether they're telling the truth, whether they're in the upright or not. They're somebody that just wants the money for the reading. They don't really care. But God is putting them in a situation where they're going to lose their finances, lose their health, possibly even lose their life, but they're absolutely losing their spiritual gifts and abilities. And they think that somebody's doing voodoo on them, but let me remind you, it's not possible to steal anybody's spiritual gifts and abilities or power. It's just not possible. You can't do it with voodoo. You can't do it with God. You can't do it with anything. It's just impossible. So again, that's just a delusion of the realm of black magic, though. Yeah, the moon. Exactly. Secretive shit. Secretive shit. And literally the moon is spitting out everything that these people went to the moon saying. Like literally. So the moon talks about having hidden enemies, right? Some of you may not even know who the King of Pentacles is. If you're female, you may not know who this King of Pentacles is. If you're male, you may know. Like, I feel like if you're male, this King of Pentacles energy is trying to use the moon to destiny swap or fate swap, which again, not possible. If what they can do is create a temporary illusion, but even in this temporary illusion, it's not like somebody swiping destinies. This is like somebody that's tapping into, like, the demons are helping them tap into their own power rather than your power. Because like I said, you can't steal power from people. It's not possible. Like even if you try to abuse them harshly, try to get them sex trafficked, try to do like heinous acts to them, even through that abuse, you still can't take nobody's power. The only way you can have somebody's power is if they choose to give it to you. And how do we choose to give power away? By what we put our focus and attention on. Where our attention goes, energy flows, right? So, needless to say, this person was working with the moon behind the scenes, working with this tarot reader, and getting some information. But again, God's not even going to put in the Akashic records the stuff for the chosen. Like, that's why I'm saying it takes a special psychic to be able to see past to see what God is going to do in somebody's life. And these psychics that work just their abilities and their spirituality, but they don't know the Holy Spirit, they don't know God, none of that. They may say that they do, and I'm not saying every psychic reader is bad, because they're not. Like, I generally think that people have I hope that they have overall good intentions for people. But again, this is somebody that they were possessed. This is something that happens quite often. So somebody gets possessed by a demon. This demon has the ability to see the future. So while that person is possessed, they have the ability to see the future to a certain extent. Obviously, they can't see what God does in people's lives because they're a fucking demon. But when that spirit leaves, if God calls that spirit, and this could be why this person's losing their gift, if God calls that spirit out of them, exorcises it out, right? Then that person will not have the abilities that demon had. Okay, it's not like the abilities get left over. Any way that they try to tap in, it's just not going to work. That's just the way that it is. That's the way that I've always seen it. But when I was doing readings for the public, and I was reading for my collective of everybody that was like around me coming into the store that we had, I wasn't seeing people doing destiny swaps. Now I'm seeing destiny swap stuff. So yeah, I guess things change. Or maybe I just wasn't aware of it because it was probably, happening to me. So what you have to do is you have to call that power back. I call my power back. And if anybody's taken my power, be it taken, and this is what you need to say, because they need some type of your physical DNA to make a voodoo doll in the first place. So anybody that's taken any part of my hair, a fingernail clipping, I don't even know what else could be physical other than that, but like a tissue that I used, or tampon or some shit. I don't know, something like that has your DNA on it that you would maybe throw away. Okay, that's why if you feel like you're under attack by witchcraft, make sure you take your trash to somebody else's trash can so that people don't see you walking out and putting your trash in the trash can. Then they go out and they grab your trash out of your trash can and start using it to do voodoo on you, make a fucking tampon and hair doll out of you. No, that's the space that these people are in. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it has to do with voodoo dolls, but there is a voodoo doll that has been made about whoever I'm reading in the collective, and then they were using it last night. Literally last night, they were stabbing it and doing all sorts of shit to it. So then I saw that this psychic tarot reader, well, they're losing their gifts, so they're gonna be shit out of luck. Then they're going to go cry to God about it. Why did I lose my gifts? And God's most likely not going to answer them, but probably one of the demons will say, "Well, it really was never your gifts. It was my gift. Now that I can't possess your body and possess you, which you are more than willing and okay with, but now that I can't do that because that demon, because it was actually a demon trying to look into the life of a chosen, it wasn't really a person." And that's another reason why the psychic reader is not going to remember any of the readings that they ever did or any of the information that ever came up because they weren't connected to the Holy Spirit. They were connected to some demonic spirits. Okay. And so this is why this path is not meant for everybody. When you start doing, you become a tarot reader, you instantly for some reason start getting attacked by everybody around you, and everybody will call you a witch and say that you're using your abilities on them. And the abilities work on their own, they're natural god-given abilities. So for me, like if I need to be kept safe from somebody, let's say like my neighbor is like a rapist or a predator or Ted Bundy in disguise or some shit, right? Like my gifts are going to clearly show me that. You know what I mean? That's not me using my gifts on somebody. That's my gifts keeping me alive. And I think that people don't really know the difference between the two. Again, people are so in an illusion in this lunar energy, such an illusion, thinking that they can snatch the destiny of other people. This is a trick. This is an old school trick that's been going on for a long time. And what it does is the effect is temporary and it's caused by demonic spirits or familiar spirits. That's what the effect is. So you have to keep doing the ritual. And every time you do the ritual, it drains your life force energy because you're doing black magic. That's why people look real funny. When they look really fucked up in the face, like really skeletor, skinny, scary looking, yeah, that's when you need to be like, okay, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what's making you look like this? This is not drugs. Like, this is not. It's not. You can tell when it's black magic. Let's just say that you can see it on their face. So the King of Pentacles also talks about intrusive thoughts, paranoia, secret enemies, deception. Right. Being attached to this moon energy, they've been trying to use deception to get tarot readings on you to find out what is going to happen in your life. Now, why are they doing that? Okay, for some of you, it was the destiny, right? But for some of you, this is like an ex, or this is somebody that wants you. If you're a woman, like I said, you may not know this man. This may be somebody that has been using the moon to cloak their energy really well. Like I feel like this is somebody it says smooth talker. Like I get like car salesman type person, but they bullshit things in the spiritual realm. Somebody that's got the gift of gab is what I just heard. Could be even a family member that you don't talk to anymore. Like you could have been when you were super young, had a great uncle so and so that you just forgot about. Okay. So somebody is seeing that you're coming up because you're the Empress. Let's just be honest, you're the Empress. And this is what it is too, the Ace of Cups, it's the Ace of Cups. You having this overflowing cup of love from the Most High God that other people don't have. Favor is not fair. Well, it is kind of fair because of the shit that people. I know any chosen one that has favor over their life, that they have been unalived and been in the pit of decay, been taken down to hell, and have ascended back out of it. I know for a fact that they've died and come back to life. I know for a fact that God has made miracles in these people's lives, and so for them to be favored, it's because they're willing to go to any length for God, where other people will be like, oh yeah, the threat of crucifixion, like I'm gonna maybe stop talking about that. I'm gonna deny Christ. I'm gonna just say I don't know the motherfucker. Like that's kind of the energy, right? Which is sad, but yeah, anytime you see the moon, you always got to know that there's secret energies, secret enemies that are working together to create something or to make something. Now, I feel a whole lot of jealousy and envy over your natural born abilities. So, again, you may not be a psychic tarot reader, but you may have a gift in your ancestry that is extremely powerful. And these other people, I feel like this person followed, like, whatever this body jumping skinwalker person, they followed you here into this life from whatever fucking realm that came from, because it's not a person. So, anyways, they followed you into this life, like with the intent that at a certain time or a certain age, and I think it's probably the new age of Aquarius, that they were going to launch some type of bullshit attack to make sure that you did not bring God into this world. Oh, wow. That's so dark. Like, if this person comes across this reading and they know that they're the King of Pentacles, you dark, bro. That's some dark shit. Trying to make sure that God can't come into this world so you can continue your demonic fuckery. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, Five of Swords. This energy has put them into the Five of Swords. And you see that guy's holding swords, but he's got to look behind him because he did some shady shit and has to run away. This person may very well like try to falsely accuse you, put the blame on you for some shit, and try to maybe. This could be somebody attached to an HOA. Okay, somebody like it could be somebody in your neighborhood, somebody that's really, really annoying. Their energy is pure annoyance to me. So yeah, this is somebody that is doing secret dealings with the moon. They're not connected to God. They definitely are going to put themselves first. They're going to always try to preserve themselves first above everybody else. That's just the way that they are. So they're somebody that throws other people under the bus. They've got the swords in their hand, but the ones that they're leaving behind, they know that those are going to go in the back of somebody else. Sekhmet just came through and said that she's been dispatched to come to the planet. So, in however, whatever way, whatever manner, she will be arriving. And we know that Sekhmet, destroys stuff for God. So this talks about the Five of Swords talks about somebody that puts her self-interest and self-preservation first, like no matter what. Now, and I do believe that you should always love yourself and put yourself first. That's so important, okay? Because if you're not there for yourself, you can't be there for somebody else. But if you are put in a situation where, like, well, there could just be some type of situation that would call for you to where you would just sacrifice. But in this situation where it would be a situation where people would think that this person would sacrifice, no, they're not going to. They'll throw whoever they work with under the bus and whoever they're messing around with straight up under the bus. Because I do feel like this King of Pentacles energy is married. They're definitely a cheater. Cheater, pumpkin eater. Or cheater, cookie eater. Okay, so the Five of Swords also talks about illegal and immoral conduct. Okay, so somebody that like this person could be in the mafia or whatever. Also, it also talks about public shame and dishonor, which means something's getting uncloaked. Yeah. Conflict and hostility defeat and destroy important projects that this person has. Because again, when this psychic loses their gifts and then the practitioner that the psychic was working with across seas, I'm picking up Jamaica, I'm picking up Haiti, I'm picking up Barbuda? Barbuda? What is it called? Barbuda. Barbados? No, there's something like Barbuda. What is it called? It's something like that. Okay, so both of those places. Um, so yeah, I'm feeling like and then Cuba as well. There's somebody there. And then we got a couple of practitioners in South America. A lot of them in the islands though, like the Caribbean. So yeah, so let's just say that this King of Pentacles has enough money to go to different practitioners and to pay for them to do stuff. But they want this information to be secret and hidden because they want this King of Pentacles person wants everybody to think that all the stuff that's coming into their life or whatever they're experiencing has to do with the amazing person that they are, right? Rather than the truth of them using witchcraft and witchcraft practitioners to take opportunities from other people. If this person could take somebody's soul, they would, but again, not possible. Like, the only way you can get rid of your soul is if you sell it to the devil. Yeah, this is definitely about a 10 of Pentacles. So regardless, even though this King of Pentacles obviously has enough money, this psychic reader was doing this because of this 10 of Pentacles. They wanted an inheritance. They wanted a gift. The King of Pentacles could have promised this practitioner, if they did something to you, that they would get paid. Dude, if they were able to do anything to you, do you know what they would get paid with? Like fucking charcoals falling from the fucking sky upon their heads, like hurricanes wiping their entire city out. Like literally, I don't know what God would do. God can do anything. The fucking all the plagues of Moses, that type of shit happening. So yeah. When somebody steals your land or your property, technically they're stealing your inheritance, right? Because God gave you that land to live on as an inheritance. So the Ten of Pentacles also talks about material success achieved in every manner. Like that, like each one of these pentacles on this card represents a different thing in your life. Okay. So let's just say that this is somebody that was coveting because his reptilian ass don't want to and yeah, this could be, like I said, this could be a record deal or whatever person, but his reptilian ass, lizard ass, whatever. I'm not even gonna, he's not even good enough to be called a dragon. We're just gonna say lizard or reptile person. But yeah, his agenda is to continue to trick and fool the world with the moon, right? Using secret energies and whispering fuck shit to the moon. Putting their self interest first so that they could then keep this inheritance, this gift that is going to be coming to the collective, right? They just want power and affluence over it. They don't want anybody to have anything that they can own, right? Because that gives somebody power and freedom. Also, I'm hearing somebody that likes to, that I was picking up that this person could be in Congress. They're always raising the taxes on everything. Like anytime they get a chance to vote for anything, instead of bringing something to help the people, they fucking raise the taxes. It's another reason this person's going to get wiped out. So yeah, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's anything. You could look at it and be like, oh, I really want that, but not that exact one. Go to the store and buy one for yourself. That would be like for you, like the color that you like. You know what I mean? I think some people are so lost and so delusional and so like unauthentic that they literally just buy what other people buy so that they can feel that they have something. Ooh, yeah. They're like, ooh, she's speaking the truth. Yeah, that's weird. I don't buy shit like that. Like, seriously, I don't spend money unless it's tipping somebody or giving to somebody. I really don't spend a whole lot of money. I buy my basic things that I need. But yeah, I shop at Walmart. And if you want to hate me for that because I don't worship clothing or what tags or whatever, then go ahead. But like, this is somebody, this King of Pentacles is somebody that is really into maintaining the status quo, having the clothes, the whatever. Two of Pentacles. All right, so this is a good news. I love when I see this card, even though it looks like this guy's juggling two situations. It just means that great changes are in store for you. An important message or document arrives, right? Putting an end to a problem. The end to the problem is most likely this King of Pentacles. Now, what is the document that may arrive? I honestly think that it could have to do with this inheritance that is yours, right? I do feel like it has to do with some type of a message that you haven't been getting that's going to cause you to quit your job. You're not going to need to work anymore, right? This King of Pentacles could be somebody in the court systems. They could be a judge. There's definitely a part of a secret society. And they tried to sacrifice you for this Ten of Pentacles multiple times using the energies of the moon and these other practitioners. And then when one practitioner would get burnt out and lose their gifts for coming for you, collective, because you're beloved chosen, then this person had enough money to just go to the next one. So basically did everybody a favor by setting up all the witchcraft practitioners overseas that were going to be able to do anybody any harm, and got them pretty much I don't want to say silenced in the grave, but yeah, silenced in the grave. When they die, if they try to pray any shit, God's going to be like, definitely not hearing their prayers, definitely not answering to them. I'm sure God will send like a scroll, like a scroll, like not like a little shapeshifter being, but like a scroll with writing on it. and it'll be that specific thing from the Bible that says, thou shalt not da 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 da, and a couple psalms or some shit that explains why this person's in the hellhole that they are. Somebody underestimated your strength and your ability to bounce back, right? As well. So this is an excellent time for new projects. Okay. Research them carefully and follow through with, pay attention to all the details, first of all. If you are wanting to get into another type of business, use a pendulum, use muscle testing, use some type of form of divination, even if it's just saying, God, please show me a sign that this is the right path for me. Okay, so you don't waste any more time in your life going down any wrong path. Anytime I see the Wheel of Fortune upside down, I flip the entire deck. By the way, that's why I did that. It's just one way that I read the cards. I know that if the Wheel of Fortune's in upside down, then something's not right. Okay. So yeah, when this document arrives, like what I'm seeing is like, see, I feel like you've grown up. So if you would have gotten this amount of money in the past, you maybe would have blown it. Like you would have taken a bag and blown it on a bag on like a Gucci purse or some shit, or like a car or whatever. And you may, if you need a bag, if you need a car, if you need these things, then go get them. There's nothing wrong with buying expensive things. But I'm just feeling like if it would have been years ago that you would have inherited or gotten this. And again, this inheritance could be the inheritance that comes from God, your spiritual gifts and abilities, which no one can buy. Let me just be clear. What I do, nobody can buy this. Nobody can replicate it, not the same way that I do, and nobody can purchase it. Like that makes my gift worth more than any type of gold, any type of money, or any type of anything, basically. And that could be that you are inheriting a gift from your bloodline, right? That is going to make you a bunch of money, and that could be that latent gift that I definitely was picking up that you have in your bloodline. Okay, so the Page of Swords in the reverse. So the Page of Swords energy to me, it talks about a male that's under 30, unpredictable and difficult to understand, a quitter and imposter, not as he appears. Okay, this may be somebody that is sent in from an organization to do with this King of Pentacles person, or this may be somebody, again, that is sent in. If you're a male, this could be somebody sent in to befriend you. This could be an online thing, or it could be in person. If you're a female, this could be somebody being sent in to distract you. Basically, they want to distract you from your divine life purpose. He will be exposed. Just know this, a quitter. Okay, when it comes to like actually getting this man, and again, this man that was sent in was paid some amount of money to come into your life, to pull you off of your divine life path so that you can't make this large amount of money using your gifts or come into this inheritance, right? So somebody is being sent in, and they're unpredictable and difficult to understand because they have ulterior motives. That's why they're difficult to understand. They're somebody that sets people up. Okay, They're a quitter, an imposter, not as he appears. He will be exposed, exaggerates and tells white lies. This is a major part, okay? The exaggerating and telling of white lies. Pretends to like people, then talks behind their back. Do not trust this person. I just heard the name Darren, then I heard the name David. So, Doug, Quentin, James, Andrew. So, yeah, when this person comes in, you'll know who this is because it'll be right after you get this important news, right? That you are to inherit something. And this person wants to come in, they want to get all kiki with you, get all close with you, buddy buddy. I'm your best friend. I'll be here for you. No, this is a pussy that will literally could not even stay. This person, if you had a baby by them, they wouldn't even be able to stay in the room with you. They're that much of a pussy. Like they wouldn't even show up. Like this is somebody that is sent in specifically, to take you away from your divine life purpose, to try to do some type of humiliation ritual on you and to take your money from you. Or to do something to dumb down your gifts. Like this person has been literally sent to more than just you. This person has destroyed like women with revenge porn, right? Stuff like that. This person will be exposed, and you will see this person on the news go down. Because this both the King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in the reverse are being investigated already by the FBI. I mean, I feel those alphabet boys like big time on their ass. So again, they must have been a part of scamming somebody else into a bunch of money. Know that I will never contact you for a reading. If anybody ever tries to pretend to be me or tries to send you like a video or whatever, that's not me. Don't get scammed, okay? But I do feel like this is somebody that comes in and they love bomb women or even love bomb men, because again, I feel like this person will go either way. Love bomb women, love bomb men, get really close to them, get some type of information on them, then use that to betray them. And basically what they want to do, because legally we can't witch hunt. Let's just say this. If legally nowadays somebody could do a witch hunt, they would just do a witch hunt. They wouldn't need to do any of this manipulative shit to send somebody in to try to hurt you and hurt your gifts and cause you to mistrust and etc. Right? They would just do a witch hunt and just say you were a witch and just burn you at the stake and then take your 10 of pentacles because they're probably some fucked up piece of shit neighbor. And that's exactly what the neighbors did during the witch hunt. They just accused their other neighbors of being witches because they wanted their land and their property, right? And then once that person or that family was burned, everything that they owned would be given to whoever the accuser was and divided up amongst the people. So you got to think about like that. This is like white collar crime. This person tells white lies. They lie under oath. This person lies under oath if they're a judge or anybody in the judicial system. This is somebody that has done very bad things to people. They've taken the lives of young women. This King of Pentacles person. So you could be the very last straw that God's like, okay, I'm going to send in one of my chosen that cannot be like unalived by any means because it won't be allowed, literally to catch this predator. Because this is a reptilian predator that like I've seen, I'm picking up on 3 different women that have been unalived by this person's shenanigans. That's why they have to continuously look over their shoulder because they're a fucking, like I said, a Ted Bundy person. Crazy. And just think about this. Like, to actually physically take somebody's life, it takes a lot of physical strength and stuff like that, and a lot of effort. So this person is willing to go through the efforts, but this other person, this Page of confirmation, this Page of Swords person in the reverse is a pussy, a quitter, an imposter, and is only there to be used by this King of Pentacles person. to try to trick you. Yeah, if anybody that you don't know, that you really don't know, is trying to get you to come overseas, this is a setup for a sacrifice. They want to sacrifice you. Don't go. If especially if you do not know them, if you have not previously met with them. Again, I'm picking up somebody in Haiti that lures women out to Haiti, and then this person sacrifices them for monetary success, for gain. So be aware of that. Eight of Wands, yeah. So this is talks about you being in a crossroads right now. And it's the crossroads of like this scheme, because this is a timeline I can see right here, right? That somebody created a whole bunch of stuff around your Ten of Pentacles. So the Eight of Wands says you're at a major crossroad in life. You must take action to resolve events more quickly or miss out on an opportunity, right? So again, these people could be called, like they could have tried to sacrifice you already, or try to get you to go out of town, or try to get you to allow people over to your house. This is why you need to be very careful. You need to really screen people. Don't just let anybody from Tinder come over and lay with you. Okay? Don't do that. Honestly, like you need to get a background check on people before you let them in your house. Okay? Because this is somebody that wants to know where you live. And they want, I mean, they maybe even like will put your address on the dark web or something. You have to be very careful with people. Again, if anybody ever asks for your hair, for a bracelet, for anything that you own, to send it overseas to Haiti, for whatever reason, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Because they'll put this motherfucker will put some type of root into you. So yeah, they have to move quickly or end up missing out on life in general, right? So it's a good time to clarify your goals and your new priorities, right? This, you could have a genius idea. And again, when you get this news of information, it could be news from like the cops telling you that these people got caught up electronically trying to plan your unaliveness or downfall or whatever like that. And yes, trying to use witchcraft to unalive somebody is still premeditated and attempted murder. Okay? Whether you use a hammer, a shotgun, or a demon, it's still the same premeditated intention to take somebody's life from them. Okay? So don't think in your head that this stuff can't be persecutable. If anybody pays anybody overseas any amount of money to do rituals on somebody else, that is illegal. At least in the United States, that is illegal. It is illegal to pay somebody spell work. And then I'm also seeing a group chat being exposed, that all these people like got in the group chat and were talking about how they were going to take you down, and then a few other people that really should not have been mentioned. Okay. So, like, needless to say, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, they are fucking around and finding out the hard way, okay, that God is real. And I'm sorry, but your devil is not more powerful than the Most High God. The God that created your devil, come on, bro. So, exactly. So, yeah, so the Queen of Wands, right? This is a witch energy, witch bitch energy. She falls right underneath the moon as it naturally goes, right? So this could be somebody that's very unassuming. She could be like a dancer or stripper, is what I just saw on the side, or maybe she does some type of sex work. But this is somebody that is very, you would never ever assume or even think that they would be associated with anything that would be like dark, right? But they are. And this is the energy that's called that literally Sekhmet is coming down here for, to collect, right? Okay, so the Queen of Wands is somebody that's creative. They're usually full of new ideas. All right, they're usually a methodical planner. They dress well. Okay, they put in, they pour into, looks, dressing well. Kind of the same thing with the King of Pentacles, maintaining that like status quo, especially being healthy, fit, fashionable, very attractive. This Queen of Wands is another person. Even though this, see, even though she's in the upright, that's what she's trying to portray to the world. This is also a woman that lures other women and men out to wherever they are and sacrifices them. So we've got a few people in a cult now. And I feel like this Queen of Wands person has sexual relationships with, confirmation, the King of Pentacles. Okay. So she's been addicted to that demonic dick shit. And that's why she's doing this. I feel like the Queen of Wands person maybe was the person that got this King of Pentacles in this organization or cult or whatever the fuck to even focus on you as a target in the first place. They thought, oh, this is gonna be an easy lick. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Boom. Then a bomb explodes. And it's like then the cards are all laid out the way that they are. So yeah, needless to say, at this point, them being caught up by God, they're at a crossroads where they can either try to continue down the same path of abusing the spirits and abusing the spiritual realm and all that shit to try to get monetary success, which is basically cheating. Last year I was quite disappointed with the amount of witchcraft that came from Jay-Z and Beyonce at the fucking Super Bowl. Literally, they had paid somebody. This is like why I love football, but like this shit irritates me. Yeah, paying a witchcraft practitioner a fuckload of money to try to make the one team win, like it doesn't matter. This is just going to be an example to show you guys about God's will is the will that will be done at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know, God wasn't going to allow their black magic and wickedness to prosper. And I'm not talking any smack about the team that we played, whatever they were, Ravens or whatever last year. But the Chiefs, they won that Super Bowl within the last 3 seconds of the game. That was God, right? That was God. But all of this other demonic bullshit, I didn't find out till the very end of the season that they were literally, this is what they were doing. They were making bets. Okay. They were making bets and then using witchcraft so that their bet would win, so that they would get a bunch of money from that. Right. And then they made their bets, counting on that the witchcraft is going to be the thing to win the fucking Super Bowl. Sorry, but no. That's going up against one of the most powerful manifestors that we have, Taylor Swift. That like I wouldn't want to do that. She's one of the most powerful manifestors our planet has, literally. And she's a beloved person. So, anyways, I just want you to see how other people will utilize spiritual forces to try to get their way so that they can cheat the system. Okay, whether this is like calling DCFS or CPS or whatever it's called, when you call on somebody's kids. Like I don't have kids, so I don't know about it, but it's something like that. Okay, this is like somebody that would do something like that, try to cheat the system so that they could get something. So it's not honest in any way. Yeah, the world, so that they can maintain control over the world like that. And they want control over the world. They want to have the say over the entire world, but they forgot, or maybe they just didn't know that God, the God of all gods, has the last say at the end of the day, right? And if they would have touched one fucking hair on your beautiful little head, this world card would have come up upside down, and it would have been tower, judgment, death, justice, like coming out like that, right? Then this is just showing you how protected you truly are. And these people, it's just showing you also don't don't feel bad for these people because they're being given another chance. God is always giving people, it's so annoying. God is always giving people more chances. Like, so they're being given another chance to make a different choice. But again, if they go back to picking up the black magic, this time it's done. That black magic's going to backfire. And so we rebuke any destiny swap magic. We ask that the Most High God retrieve our destinies for us and any stolen power, any power that's been stuck, any energies. Okay, we call that shit back. We're not giving a fucking thing to these people to play with. If they want to fuck around with energy, they're gonna have to go find some of themselves. Like that doesn't have to do with your personal well-being, right? Um, if they want a 10 of pentacles, then they need to go become prosperous instead of coveting your 10 of pentacles. See, the thing is that when people steal shit from other people, do you know why it's like they're never happy? Because they stole it from somebody else. They stole something that was never meant. They tried to take something that was never meant for them. So why the fuck would they be happy with some shit that was never meant for them? That doesn't even make sense. That's like literally, instead of like ordering your own shit, that's like stealing the package off your neighbor's door and accepting that because don't want to order your own shit. Like, again, these people are weird. They apply value to like tags and like clothing and like, yes, clothing is important to clothe our naked bodies to keep our bodies from the elements. Okay, that's what a house is also for. However, um and everybody has their own opinion, okay, about clothing, but I don't think that clothing means anything other than just that, something to keep you warm, right? I don't think it means anything that has to do with status. I don't think that it shapes who you are as a person. I don't believe. And I used to model. I used to, like, literally, I went to that modeling school, John Robert Powers. Yeah, I went to that modeling school, and I've worn things that were expensive and things that are not expensive, and I did not have no feeling within myself, like either way. That was like, oh, I have to have this, or oh, I like it this. I just I don't attribute anything. I don't attribute anything else to clothing other than the basic protection from the elements. I don't think it means anything else. And people that do, that's totally okay for them. But God wants you to see that you going after things that are like carnal that other people want, that's not going to bring you happiness. Okay. So the world talks about you entering a period of happiness and positive events, right? All of the pieces fall into place. The goals are achieved no matter what, and confirmation, unexpected sum of money comes your way. Travel or vacation is possible, or a change of residence or job. That could be like job, or it could be changing your house and your job. You could end up leaving a job and then making your own company. And this is part of what these people want to steal. They're like trying to look that why they were going to a psychic is they wanted to look into your future before you would figure out who you were and then call your energy back. Right? It's They can run games on you as long as you don't know who you are. But the second that you know that you're not whatever your name is, that you're actually God, you are one with God, you are spirit, you are that which is spiritual, you are that Holy Spirit. When you realize that, boom, it takes everyone's power away because the only way that they were going to succeed is if they were going to be able to get you to use your energy against yourself or self-sabotage, like go out there and meet them or go wherever to this location is. Again, the Queen of Wands person could be somebody that you've had around for years that's been wearing a mask. Yeah, so sense of fulfillment and inner peace from helping the less fortunate. I do feel like you're somebody that is generous to other people. um, Again, for some reason there's people in society that don't like that. They're like, if you're not giving to me, then how dare you give to anybody else? But you're like, who the fuck are you? Like, you don't, like, for some of you, you don't even know this loser. This is somebody that this Queen of Wands person that you do know. This could be a coworker, an ex-coworker, or somebody like that, or an ex-friend. They're attached to this situation and they're literally going to burn in hell for it. It's sad. I wouldn't be surprised if this bitch is even stuck in between realms right now in purgatory, not being allowed to go back to her body. Yeah, confirmation with that shadow shit that just stepped over here. Confirmation. She's in between worlds. Well, we rebuke that soul. We ask that the wraiths, we ask that the Grim Reapers, we ask that whatever it is, whatever system that exists to pick up souls in between worlds that decide that they want to leave their body and do some astral projection fuck shit to some people. Yeah. This Queen of Wands person, like, has tried to get other people to do voodoo on you, but they don't have any power. 10 of Wands, yeah. So literally, because the world is staying in the upright for you, they're at a crossroads. This Queen of Wands, like Queen of Wands, Page of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles, they're all at a crossroads because they have these constant burdens that they have to carry now. Because they came up against a chosen, their life is a constant battle. It straight up says that on the card. Like, see how this person is struggling to carry those 10 wands like shit. This person can't look behind them because they're so preoccupied with what's in front of them. So it says that life is a constant battle. They never seem to get a break. Their heart will be heavy. Yeah, they doubt their own worth. They are overextended and overcommitted. This person said that they could deliver your soul to whatever this King of Pentacles, whatever this demonic project is. And no, they cannot do that. I don't know why they thought that they could do that. But again, this is what you get for listening to the devil. You get lied to. The devil is a liar, lest you not forget. So, anyways, and everybody has their own. The devil is like the south node. God is like the north node. Everybody has those two polarities, but you get the free will to choose what you're going to listen to and what you're going to subscribe to and what you're going to pay attention to, what you're going to act on. So yeah, these people were overextended, overcommitted. They thought that they had power that they didn't. So they overpromised is what they did, that they could deliver. And this is like why Satan knows. This is just how Satan traps people. Satan most likely told these people that if they could deliver your soul to the devil, then they would get some type of monetary reward, probably your 10 of Pentacles. Well, Satan knows damn well that you're chosen, that you're anointed, and that will not work. But Satan still needs to get souls, and God's like, get the evil people of the world. That's pretty much your job. So what does Satan go and do? But tells you that you can do all this shit so that you go and these people do all the magic. And then what happens when, God gets involved? And then God ends up taking the souls of this person, this person, this person, cast their ass into hell. That's that in between world shit. This person, like, honestly, I feel all three of these people, God's doing it right now because we're calling down righteous judgment on this situation. There's no reason anybody should be plotting this type of shit against anybody else. And if this has to do with any human trafficking, using the world, any of that shit, no. Like, if you're gonna, if in this day and age, in 2024, the year of karma, if you're willing to do fuck shit like that, then you're basically saying that you give up all of your rights and freedoms, powers, everything in your ancestry, all of your finances, that you just are willing to give up everything because everything will be taken from these people. Yeah. This person's, it's like their responsibilities are suffocating you. This person that wanted to steal your destiny had no idea what the fuck your destiny was. They were listening to a psychic reader that was actually possessed by a demon at the time. So they don't know what your actual like divine life purpose was, right? They didn't know what your destiny was. Them trying to fulfill your destiny while they neglect their own is what's causing them to have responsibilities that are suffocating them. Literally. Look for new creative solutions to your problems. Make changes in your life. That's what it says in the 10 of Wands. Like, these people need to literally be creative about how they're going to try to undo what they tried to do to you. Either way, God's just putting God's hand out, collecting every single dart that these fucking idiots throw at you. And then when you say judgment, this is God's hand. boom, all of those darts go back to those people the second that you say, okay, I want to call for judgment on this situation. Yeah, I don't think that I deserve to be human trafficked or whatever, or put in the Five of Pentacles, made homeless, broke, like using a peg leg or whatever. But this is what these people wanted to do. They thought that they would be able to do that. And here's you. This is literally you, beautiful soul. You are so wonderful. You know why? Because your natural ability is this sun energy, and it illuminates the shadows, the darkness, and the deception from other people. It just straight up illuminates what these people are doing. Like in the Five of Swords, they're illegal and immoral conduct, right? You are here, like I said, God placed you in this specific situation. I know that it's been very hard, and I know it's been worse than death. I know how these people have tried to come for you. I can feel it, and it breaks my heart, but it also makes me really proud of you, because you survived something that most normal people would not survive, right? And so you're actually that catalyst, you're that bright light, you're that sunshine that is revealing what these people have done and what they have intended to do. Not only that, you're getting justice for the three people that this King of Pentacles person took out, that those three women, one of them might have been a dancer or stripper or something like that. But anyways, this person just, you know, I don't know what causes anybody to be a psycho like that and a murderer, but because again, it takes a lot of physical strength and a lot of work to like probably unalive a body. Then you have to try to move the body. Then you have to try to clean up after the body. No, like that's already too much for me. So I'm just gonna leave it as I'm not gonna do nothing to nobody because I don't have the strength to do anything, right? But this is somebody that like has done something three times in the physical, three different souls. So like you're asking for judgment, but you're actually getting these three souls that are tormenting this person day and night are actually going to get justice. And actually, because of you, bright light, you are the light that came in to illuminate these souls to get them to cross. You are that light that crosses the spirits over. That light that they tell, don't go into the light, Carrie Ann. But then you are supposed to go into the light if you're not alive, right? Okay, you bring that light, that illumination, and it shined a light down upon what these people have done and what they have been doing for quite some time. This also talks about you being successful, happy, having a high magnetism, which is why you drew in this situation because of your attractive nature. Okay. High self-esteem and confidence in love and career, improve physical condition and overall energy. If these people were making you sick in any type of way, that is being reversed. A period of contentment and joy. Okay, optimism and happiness. Doubtful ventures now have a great future. Education or study will be successfully completed. So this is definitely part of your divine life purpose to illuminate these people, but it's also like to bring justice, which is what you're doing. Even if it's not like physical cops and justice like that, it will be at some point, but everything starts in the ethers and then trickles their way down. The Lovers, of course. So like I said, I had felt initially with the King of Pentacles that there was some type of sexual attraction. Then I felt with the Page of Swords in the reverse that somebody was trying to send somebody in to your love life, right? To get to act like they're the lovers. So the Lovers talks about physical beauty, you being a beautiful soul. I definitely agree with that. The Sun and the Lovers, this is a beautiful partnership. Beginning of a romance. It could be a little bit of a temptation, but I'm really feeling more of a twin flame energy coming in for you. And these people are just pissed about it. Now, why are they pissed? I'll tell you why. Okay, so specifically, you and your twin flame. What is a twin flame? A twin flame is another consciousness that you merged with to share one consciousness, aka one body with, right? right? So the Buddha was two twin flames brought together, right, in one body. So Christ was also this way. So this is the big upset of people coming into their twin flame unions, why people flip the fuck out. And it's not about you having a union, it's about the energy that's created from that union and what that energy can do. And the fact that these people cannot steal it, can't replicate it, they can't do a goddamn thing about it. It makes them very afraid of you. You could have been some type of love deity in the past, or you could have been a high priestess for like Aphrodite or Venus or Hathor, the magician. Here we go, the magician. So this is just showing me confirmation that you have the ability to alchemize situations, but you also like you okay, you may not be a huge risk taker at this time, and that's totally okay. Because again, this would be a really big risk doing anything with any of these people, would be like putting your life on the line. That's why the Eight of Wands is like a big crossroads, depending on what you decide to do. Yeah, so this is talking about you having the ability to overcome and to transmute with your own personal power anything that comes up against your love life. Because again, when you and your twin flame come together, a magic is created, and that magic is so effing powerful. It's so strong that these other people can't overcome it. I'm going to use these cards to get a little bit more specific information. And the Ten of Wands is like life being a constant battle. We rebuke any roots that they tried to put anchoring into our love life. Politics, rulers, rules, restriction, regulation, and proportion is what this card says. Okay. Revenge, aggressive, weak-minded, ignorant, stubborn, prideful, and arrogant bully. So yeah, this could be about, some type of rules or politics or whatever. They can't really make a rule that you can't be with your twin flame. So they can shut the fuck up about that. And if anybody like were to say that they were your twin flame within the first month of knowing you, know that that is a false twin flame. That once you drop that person, the real twin flame will actually come into your life. Again, okay, more confirmation. Africa, Asia, America, Antarctica, Australia, South America, Europe, and Egypt. Like I was saying, where these practitioners were located. Betrayed, heart wall, broken heart, blocked chakra, backstabber. Just giving you a little bit more context about these people. Yeah, Excalibur, the circle sword, the blue flame, the will of God, Astraea, and Michael, along with the sword of Solomon to this situation. All right, one more. Yeah. Oh my God. Yo, yo, yo. Coven, Secret Society, Illuminati, Order of Nine Angels, the Men in Black, Gatekeepers. I'll add 33-degree Masons onto this card, and Archons. So yeah, we're dealing with gatekeeping losers. That all work together, basically. Love spell, love binding, love curse, love obsession, come to me spell, breakup spell, love hex, separation, and karmic love. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this person can't come to you correct. They've got to do love spells on you. Just be aware of that. All right, we're going to do some angel numbers. Now, how the angel numbers work is when you see them, I rebuke any voodoo and any black magic done on the collective and done on me and my platform. Any voodoo dolls, I ask that the Most High God, especially any love voodoo dolls or whatever this is, I ask that the Most High God intervene and interrupt that magic. And instead of putting an innocent soul in that doll, I would like the Most High God to put the person that's doing the work inside that doll. Thank you. Take these people that were their souls were out of their bodies anyways because they wanted to do that astral projection shit and put them inside of the doll and trap them there. Then allow an ancestor of whoever in the collective to take over their real body, possess that shit. Okay, so sorry. All right. So how the angel numbers work. When you see these angel numbers, also we rebuke all womb magic in the name of Jesus. When you see these numbers, know that it is something that you're thinking about or doing, and you're going to take that information and apply it to the interpretation of the number. We're just going to do a couple of these, and I'm going to let you go because it's hot in here. All right. 3333 social skills: hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, enthusiasm. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put your captivating energy and inspirational personality to good use. Don't let your ego get the best of you. 1331. 1331, good fortune. I rebuke that spell that was just done. Thank you. And I return it to sender. I ask that God return everything to the sender. Good fortune, advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. Have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Okay, one more. 1144, high vibes. Stay in a high vibration, okay? And these people won't be able to affect you. Divine intervention, prosperity, big ventures, fated events, faith, purpose, higher calling. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. Okay, so we had 3333, 1331, and 1144. And this one, 4444, is blessing in disguise. Obstacles, hardships, strength, building character, experience. There might be some difficulties ahead, but if you push, but you will push through. You've got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you've been suffering or feeling lost, some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. Okay. Thank you guys for those of you that made it to the end of this reading. I appreciate you. Okay. I appreciate you so much. Please like this video. Please share it if you feel called to. Please hit that notification bell and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss out on every time that I go live. If you would like to give a love donation or tip to the channel, you can do that with the PayPal link that I will enter in the description box below. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here, and God bless you. All right. God bless you. Know that I love you. Know that God loves you. And I'll see you in the next reading. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a good day.